If we can really have our horses tune in.
I have several connections to this region. Fort St. John has always been one of my favorite places on the earth. I love it here, I love the north, I just love the area and I love the people.
Well, my parents originally met her on a cruise in '06. It was for a conference with the Toronto Blessing or Airport Church. She randomly asked them, "Oh, well, where are you from in Canada?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we're just from this hick town and you will not know where it is. It's hardly even on the map." And she's like, "No, really, really tell me." And they're like, "Well, Fort St. John, BC. And she's like, "Oh my God, my favorite place, one of my favorite places in the whole wide world." And they're just like, "Okay." And she's like, "Yeah, I go up there I've been going up there for years because she and Glenn Stewart and Jonathan Field, they were three of the last people who trained with Pat Pirelli."
Jessica is speaking about her now spiritual mother, Ingela Larson-Smith, who is well known in the Peace region for her training of horses through the power of natural horsemanship. Her love of animals from a young age has grown even stronger in her adult life. Larson-Smith's high level of training has made her a hot commodity for horse lovers.
I'm originally from Switzerland, that's where I grew up, and all my life I had a passion for horses and for people, and I was really fortunate to train in natural horsemanship with Pat Pirelli in the US and excelled in his system. And after that, I started my own company called Secrets of the Horse. And ever since then, I've been helping people to really build a great relationship with their horses. When I was a little girl, and we would go walking in the mountains, from the first time I saw a horse, I was absolutely passionate about the horse. So that's how I got into it. I grew up in a skyscraper in a suburb of Bern, where we weren't allowed to have any animals. My mom, she snuck in a few. We had some rabbits and guinea pigs and fish and a cat even, but of course not a horse. So it wasn't until my teenage years when I actually had the opportunity to start to learn about horses.
Her vast knowledge and training in a very specific method of horsemanship is what sets her apart from a traditional trainer.
I teach natural horsemanship classes, and the name for them is True Connection, because it goes on a really deep level of connecting with the horse, not just with our bodies, and not even just with our souls, as in our mind or our will or our emotions, but to really connect with who we are, actually our spirit, to the horse and communicate on a way deeper level with the horse.
Larson-Smith went from Switzerland to England to North America for her training, but it's not the competitive edge that she strives to accomplish. There is something much deeper and more meaningful on her mission of teaching natural horsemanship.
A few years ago, I really felt that I didn't want to spend my life just building a business and making money, but that I want my life to count for something. And I really felt a strong call from God to help the poor and help orphans and street children and widows and basically the people that don't have an opportunity in life to get anywhere.
Her calling to help others came at an interesting time, as another friend and Fort St. John resident, Esther Hobb, told Larson-Smith of an orphanage in need.
Inga said that she felt called to Brazil, and I had a relative there that had started an orphanage 30 years ago. And so I mentioned it to Inga, and she said, well, she wasn't sure that that would be the place, but as it ended up through a course of events, it became clear to her that she was supposed to be there.
Well, the place she was meant to be and now spends 4 months of the year at is known as Horses for Orphans at the Betel Children's Home in Brazil, where Esther, Tammy, and Jessica have all made the trip to volunteer. All women said it was a life-changing experience.
Being at the orphanage, you just couldn't come back the same.
Mm-hmm. It's just really sad that they're there and they have nobody to love them, and they just, when you do love them, I mean, they love you back so hard, you know.
I love the children dearly. You fall in love with them immediately, and you can see when you come, the orphanage becomes alive, and you just see how they respond to us and our hearts for them. And then when we're leaving, you just see it all drains almost, and it's heartbreaking. So it was definitely life-changing. I'm a very deep person. I love deep connections with people and intimacy, and so for me it was so hard because I go there and I got so attached to the kids, and then to come and just to know how they live when we're not there.
Jessica has been to the orphanage twice and plans on returning once her semester of school is finished. At only 17 years old, she has a deep care for the world she lives in.
I'm going to go to university for psychology and I'm not sure if I'll go the whole way to be a psychiatrist. I'm not sure if I can handle that much school, but I'm for sure going to probably get my master's, and then I'm hoping to be family life coach, counseling. My main goal, because I'm going to this school down in California, they have lots of programs helping girls get out of the sex trade, because it's so rampant even in the US, and there's no facilities or organizations helping the girls come out.
Her philosophies are very on par with Larson Smith, who is grateful for all the support she has received from the Peace region with Horses for Orphans. She and husband Richard are able to supply well over half the school with horses.
Out of 85 children from an orphanage, 55 are involved in the Horse Project. And the Horse Project is designed to teach them skills so they have the ability to get out of poverty. The program has 3 parts. We teach them English, we teach them relationship with Jesus, and we teach them horsemanship. But the horsemanship is not just for them to learn to get out of poverty. It's also just a time for them to forget their lives. You know, when you can go and play with an animal and just see how the horse will respond to you and how he connects to you and loves you and wants to be with you. If you can catch the passion that a child has and help them dream and help them go after that vision and that passion, they make it. It's not becoming about money, and that's how they get out of poverty.
Part of helping children out of poverty includes the base in London, Ontario they are just now setting up. They plan to bring the children from Brazil over to Canada to help with their English and better their lives.
So right now we have our first boy here. He's our oldest Brazilian son, Reginaldo.
My name is Reginaldo. I'm in Brazil and to learn English.
Reginaldo's first time to Canada was one of extremes, coming to the cold north on a minus 30-degree day and seeing snow for the very first time.
Minha primeira vez. First time I see slow, beautiful in Canada.
Asking him what he loves about horses, he says, well, everything.
I like him every day. All. I like him treinar, conexão, relacionamento com horses.
It's basically an easy way for people to recognize the lies or the truths they have in their heart and learn to actually look at it. Because with humans, we can always blame the other person. It's them, and because of them, I feel like this. And because you did, I'm da-da-da-da-da, right? You can't do that with a horse.
The horse is a really good tool because it shows us when our guard is down. The horse shows us what it is, and it's not as threatening to find out.
The horse is bringing out in you, it mirrors what's really inside of you, and you can't put the walls and everything that you may have put up in your life. The horse sees right through that, and it will come out in its behavior.
It shows you, I just realized, how I was really shut down and so didn't communicate well with people, and it was the same with my horse. And when it clicked, I was like, no wonder my marriage is like it is, because I can't even communicate with my horse. So it was a hard one, but every clinic since gets better and better.
Well, horses are family animals, and they're built for relationship. They live in a herd, and in that herd structure, it's based on love.
For more on Horses for Orphans or Larson Smith, visit horsesfororphans.com.